Okay, what's up, everybody? Eldridge Brown here, and I want to go through a in-depth Facebook training for you guys. I know most of you are here because you're on my team and you're looking at ways of generating strategies and just leads and sales and customers and people to find in your business. Now, when it comes down to generating traffic and things like that, a lot of people have the question of, do I do free traffic? Do I do paid traffic? I will be the first to tell you that there is no such thing as free traffic. So you definitely want to get that out of your mind. There are definitely some traffic sources that are, a little less, costly or things like that. But how I look at it is like this: you either pay with your time or you pay with your money. So this strategy would be for someone who has a little bit more time on their hands. They may have money as well. I do a little mixture of both. I like to do a little bit of free strategies, a little bit of paid strategies, and things like that. Now, coming down to Facebook, one of the reasons why Facebook is extremely cool and extremely powerful is because you get to connect with everyday real people, people that you may know, you can always come back here. So it's kind of like it's like a live chat room, so to speak. So always keep that in mind when you're on Facebook. Facebook is not a place for sales. You are not trying to get sales here on Facebook. Facebook is simply just a meet and greet. So picture this like a date, and you meet or you're hanging out at a bar. You do not try to go in for the kill at the bar. You don't go for the marriage proposal. At least mainly if you're sane, you won't do something like that, right? So you want to look at your businesses the same way. When it comes down to meeting people and introducing people to what it is you have, especially on social media sites like that. Now, if it's your own site, like your blog or something like that, do whatever the hell you can do what you want to do. But when you're operating under someone else's rules and regulations, you kind of want to follow the rules and regulations. And one of the things I know about Facebook is there's no spamming. You're not allowed to just go out and spam and just I couldn't just click on Michael's thing here and just you, it wouldn't be smart. You can, but the strategy I'm going to show you is based on strangers. So now one of your friends, if you want to, even them, I would not recommend it. Get to know a person first. Find out what they're looking for. Find out what it is they're interested in. If you guys have like interests, because the truth of the matter is, I know we're in business to make money, but not everybody's a great business partner. Bottom line, you don't want to work with everybody. Everybody's just not qualified. So with that being said, I just wanted to kind of get that out so that way you have some expectations about Facebook and you know what to expect. This is not a place for sales. Do not come here and just, like my friend Tiffany here or Leah here, and just say, oh, hey, Leah, check this out. People hate that stuff. Think about it when you're on Facebook and someone just hits you with just did you see this yet? This is not what Facebook is about. People come to Facebook to, kind of, be their self or be the person that they want the world to believe they are. They don't come here to buy. Nobody ever logs into Facebook hoping to buy something. Amazon, you might have a better shot. eBay, great website to just push people to buy stuff. Facebook though, this is more social. This is more about gaining social interaction, letting people know a little bit about you. You get to know a little bit about them, right? So when you want to meet someone on Facebook, let's just say you have an awesome offer, awesome opportunity, and we all believe that no matter what company we're in, if we're a part of it, we either believe it's an awesome product or it pays awesome commissions or it'll do awesome things in people's life. One of those three, right? So you know what you have. You always got to position yourself with posture and understand that you have the goal. You have what they need. They just may not know it yet. And your job is just to invite and expose. You're just inviting someone to check it out and expose them to your truth at least. It may not be true for them, and that's fine. So Facebook, you want to just keep it social. This is just about social interaction. So what I would do if I had an offer right on Facebook and I wanted to meet someone, Facebook has this cool thing. I know if you guys can see this up top here, you see it's the search Facebook. So I like to call this Facebook's Google bar. Right, and if you go to any one of you log into Facebook and you go to your home page or you just click on home, you will see this search bar up here. And Facebook is actually pretty cool because you can search a lot of different things based on like let's just do this for instance. Let's do network marketing, right? You can click on network marketing. As you can see, it'll give you a bunch of different searches based on just typing in one word, two words, three words. And I will say the longer the word, the more targeted the person will be. So if I type in network marketing for dummies, let's just see. You see, it'll come up. This is actually a closed group, as you can see, but it does have 6,440, 6 members. So this will be a great place to come in and start to meet people. Do not spam. Don't put any links. Don't do anything like that. And you're going to see people doing that in these groups. I am warning you, stay away from that, man. You don't want your business to become your business. Your business is you. You want people to know when they are joining a business, they are joining you. It's not about the company. Who the hell cares what the product? I mean, let me take that back. You should care what the products are, but what makes your health drink any different from my health drink? Or what makes your travel club any different from my travel club? Or your coin any different from my coin? Or your knowledge or your information any different from my information? Now, in certain cases, things do differ. Let me just be clear. There are certain, companies and industries that are a little bit more advanced than others. Granted, but what you want to do is you want to learn how to meet the right people. Get out of the money stage. Money is a product money is just a byproduct of offering value and service to people. Think about it. Every dollar you spend, you're trading that dollar for something that's worth a dollar or more in value. You would never trade in your dollar for a dime. You wouldn't do that, right? So you got to look at it the same way in business. People, they may opt into your page, or you may see that they're a part of one of these groups, and you'll say, okay, well, blah, blah, blah is in this network marketing for dummies group. Let me just hit them up because I know they're into network marketing and just shove my business down their throat. Don't ever do that to someone. For one, it's rude, it's kind of disrespectful, and it just puts you in a bad light. It's just like if, think about it if you had the best cake in the world, right? And you loved cake, but you're trying to sell your cake to a diabetic. I don't care how good your cake is, you know what I mean? Neither does the diabetic. They're like, listen, thank you. It looks good, but I'm allergic to chocolate, right? And you do not want to position yourself as the allergic guy or girl. You don't want that person to, when they see you here on the side of Facebook, they're like, okay, this is the person that I'm allergic to, because all they do is just spam in these groups. Anytime I get a notification, it's something that they spam. No value, no message, no inspiration, no nothing. So just real quick, I want to spend the first few minutes going over the don'ts, and there's so many more. And guys, you will make the mistakes that I made, and hey, you just learn through trial and error. But just know that through those mistakes, you're just going to continue to grow, continue to get better, and build your business. Keep in mind though, guys, this is not a sales page. You are not on Facebook to sell. All right, so with that being said, this is what you do to just narrow down your search for people. So let's just go with something as broad as networking, right? I'm going to click on network marketing, and it shows you people search. So yeah, you want to, choose 97,580 people are talking about this topic, right? So boom, what I would do, I would click on that, and it'll show me, different pages. And you can go pages, you can go people, you can go latest, you can go photos, video. Like, Facebook really makes it easy for us now, right? So now we can kind of just target it down to exactly who we want to talk to, because going back to what I said, you don't want to talk to everybody. Everybody's not a good fit for your business, or you may just not be a good, business partner, or your teaching style, or just your company, just whatever reason. So with Facebook, it allows you to get super targeted. Excuse me. Let me go back here. Okay, so it shows you all of the latest, right? So this guy just posted in this, right? Robert Bennett. So what I would do, I would click on Robert Bennett's page. Learn a little bit about Robert. Maybe watch a couple of his videos. This looks like a cool video, something that I would actually watch. But because for the training's sake, I'm not gonna do that. And be wise on the type of people that you interact with. This is actually cool. I've never seen a Facebook photo with a video. I think I'm gonna hit Robert up just to find out how to do that. That's awesome, man. Robert, things like that are catchy, So, but back to the training, that one just caught my eye. And honestly, guys, that's one of the reasons why I don't do Facebook marketing consistently, because I get lost on this stuff, man. I am not the most focused person. Like, I'll watch it, I'll see a video playing something small like this, and I'll get sidetracked and be like, hold on, let me hit Robert Bennett up and find out exactly how to do it. And guys, I don't recommend doing that. Just use this video for the training. Obviously, Robert is focused in on what he's doing. But what I would do is I would come up here to the message box, and I would say something like this. Hey, Robert. I'm not the best type of guy, so, be patient with me. And anytime you're spelling somebody's name, give them the respect and make it a capital. Hey, Robert. Simple stuff, Eldridge here. Eldridge here. This is just some off the head stuff. Eldridge here. And I should have, written out a professional one that you guys can use as an example. But I don't want you guys to copy what I do word for word, because my style of talking is different from your style. And you want your message, when a person reads your message and then they, maybe jump on Skype with you or do a Facebook video chat, you want them to feel as though they've already spoken to you, which they have. But if you're trying to be me, or you're trying to be a guru, or you're trying to be somebody that you're not, when they speak to you, they're going to be like, this doesn't sound like Eldridge. His message sounds professional, but Eldridge talks like yo, or whatever it is. Talk how you talk. People want to join people. People don't care. No, and guys, that's the thing. You want to realize no one really cares. All they want to know is that you have what they're looking for, and that you providing value to them genuinely. It's not just about them spending $1 with you. You think about the things you buy. You buy it because it makes you feel good. If someone buys from you and they got that feeling of all he wanted to do was just make a sale, even if they loved the product, they loved the experience, next time they look to buy something, you will not come to the forefront of their mind, because you just kind of did it in an icky way, right? So back to the message. What I would do is I'll say, hey, Robert, Eldridge here, ... I was, I'll make a little joke, man. I'll be like, hey, Robert, Eldridge here. I was stalking your page, LOL. I was stalking your, FB page, LOL. And couldn't, excuse me, guys, my spelling is not on point. And couldn't, as you can see, you don't even have to be smart to really do this business, man. You can just be yourself, and things work out, man. And with the computer, it'll tell you if you have a, grammatical error or whatever. So, okay, Eldridge here. I was stalking your Facebook, LOL, and couldn't help but notice that killer. Oh, see, my typing is like the worst. My son is a much better typer than I am, guys, so bear with me. Eldridge here. I was stalking your Facebook page, LOL, and couldn't help but notice that killer profile video. Couldn't help but notice that killer profile video. It appears I don't know how, that's how you spell appears. It appears to me that you know how to do, not how to do, some killer, no, some amazing, some awesome tricks in Facebook. Or some awesome tricks about Facebook. I would love to know. Some awesome tricks about FB. I would love to know. Now, guys, it took me a little while to write that, but that was genuine. It was off the top, it was really a message, and it may take you, 2 to 3, 4, 5 minutes every day to contact, and I will say contact at least 10, no more than 15 people. because you don't want Facebook to shut you down, especially if you've been on Facebook for 10 years, let's just say, or 5 years, or even 1 year, and your average friend ratio is not 10 a day, and you just go out and you just start friend requesting 10 people a day, that sends Facebook a flag. There's a spam alert here, you know? So you kind of want to do it cool, you kind of want to do it casual, 10 to 15 messages. 10 to 15 messages per day, fly under the radar, no rush. There's no need, there's no eagerness. You don't have to, I know when we get a product or we get a service, we are excited, right? And we just want to share it with the world. We want to show everybody our new candy. But be patient, be patient. You never know. Robert may be in my business. So I'm going out there to blah, 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 or hey, Robert, check out this new business. Blah, 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 blah. And Robert is like, hey, man, we're teammates. You know what I mean? Like, well, what are you doing here? Get to know me a little bit. And you would have, figured that one out, right? So back to the message. Hey, Robert Eldridge here. I was stalking your Facebook, LOL. You want to put a little bit of your, humor, your personality in it. And couldn't help but notice that killer profile video. It appears to me that you know some awesome tricks about Facebook. I would love to know your secrets. No, your top secrets. I would love to know your top secrets. And then I'll put in parentheses something like this. Willing. Oh, I'll put, I would love to know your $1,000,000 secrets, or just something that causes a person to, when they read it, they want to respond, because people get messages all the time. I know I do. I get people trying to send me stuff all the time. And when you got, 27 messages and you're just skimming through, the ones that pop out to you the most, hey, I got to get back to this Eldridge guy. He seems cool. He seems like he's just a down-to-earth guy, no ego, no hating, no. It's just, hey, man, I'm giving you praise. And, the next example I show you might not have a cool Facebook video for the profile pic. I just happen to see that, and whatever, it caught my interest. Really genuinely find things on people's page that catch your interest. You don't want to just make up something or just be fake, because people can feel it. Even though it's through text, a person can feel when it's a company generated message or it's some type of spammy general message that everyone in the company gets access to. People feel it, man. You feel it when it comes to you, and people feel it when it comes to them. So be authentic, be genuine, man. Come to people's page, find something that you genuinely like about it. And if you don't like nothing, don't make nothing up. Just say, hey, Robert Eldridge here, man. I was on your page, couldn't help but notice that you studied at Ohio State University. I actually, I don't, go into what you want to, segue into what you want to get their attention on. Boom. So back to the message. I would love to know I'm going to put $1,000,000 secret, right? $1,000,000 secrets. And guys, this message is a little bit long because I'm just doing it for the video's sake, but you guys you guys get my point. Your $1,000,000 secrets. And then in parentheses, I'll put willing to pay my last milli. Willing to pay my last million or whatever. You want to, you want them to, you don't want to be too like crazy or whatever. So, just willing to pay my last million. LOL, right? Dot. LOL. And I like to put LOL in caps. I don't know. That just looks like a face when I just look at it. Yeah, that looks a little better to me, right? Willing to pay my last million. LOL. Feel free to contact me. Feel free to contact me. How could I end this? That, because you always want to leave a call to action, anything you're doing. Because if you just leave that message with at LOL, he's like, okay, great. If you want to pay my last million, but what do you want me to do? Feel free to contact me. I'm an entrepreneur. Well, you don't even have to go into all of that. You can just say, feel free to contact me. I look forward to speaking with you. Feel free to contact me. I look forward to spending that million. Made a typo again. I look forward to spending that million. And then you just end it like that. You just put a little signature. You say, just put Eldridge. And I just might send this, but let me space it out a little better. Make it look a little more, Oh, shoot. What did I do there? Did it wrong. I did it wrong, baby. All right, here we go. Nope. Okay, there we go. Space it out so that way he doesn't feel like he's reading a damn novel. Because I know when I see those long Facebook messages, next, I don't have to, no disrespect if you're sending me those and you're watching this, but, we're all busy. We got things to do. Nobody has time to sit there and read a novel. Let's just space this out a little bit. Cool. All right, so let's just do a little quick recap. Always proofread your stuff, guys, because, one little type, and, people make mistakes. I'm not saying, but the real things I look for, make sure their name is capital. Make sure you have a call to action. Feel free to contact me. I look forward to spending that million. It's a great call to action because it creates some type of urgency. Even though you put the LOL, you're not really going to spend the million. But it just gets Robert in a place to, all right, let me get to know a little bit about this guy or girl. It might be a woman, whatever. Let me get to know a bit about this person. Then you just send, sign your signature, send, next. I'm not going to send it right now because of the training, and I pray that Robert don't respond to me in the training. So I'm just going to save this message, right? And guys, if you want to use it. I would use my own type of verbiage so that way it feels like you. So that way, if me and Robert was to ever jump on Skype, he's going to be like, yo, man, it's funny. I feel like I've known you for years. So I feel like I've known you or I met you before, and that's because he did. He met you in your Facebook message, So let me just copy this here. And I'll save it in like a notepad or something just to, if it comes up because I'm doing a recording. All right, great, it did. I'll just put that there and I'll just add it. Hey, Robert. Okay, so let me just put that down. And guys, you can, this specific message you cannot use. This is not a generic, just everyday person message. This is, very personal. And I would recommend it. Get as personal as you can. If you can get a person, down to, hey, you guys may have the same last name, or there's so many things. These are people we're talking about here. You have something in common with them, or they have something that will make you say, oh, wow. Like that video. I just came here to, do an example, but that video was cool. I've never seen that before. See, you hover over it and it starts playing. I'm not going to click on it. I'll come back to this page because I don't want to get distracted. But you guys get my point, right? So we can come in here and type in something else. Now we're going to do a little bit more company-based. Let's do Amway, right? Amway, popular search, 99,303 people are talking about this. I just want to meet 10. So you come here. Let's see what happens when I go to people. Boom. Look at all of these people that are in Amway. And they're blatantly telling you they're in Amway. There's no secret. There's no hiding it. You don't have to try to figure out that they like network marketing, because that's like the worst thing, right, guys? They tell us to go out and talk to our family and friends, and you come to them with this amazing plan in your head, and they're looking at you like, what the hell are you talking about? So I have to buy something or spend something to make money. They just don't get it, right? So you don't want to waste your time with those people. At least I know I don't. When I first got started, they told me, hey, make a list. And I did it, guys. I made a list of everyone in my phone. And, the gut feeling inside told me not to. It was like, nah, I didn't want to do that. But the pressure was on. I was in a meeting. It was a Super Saturday. And they said, hey, listen, make the list or leave. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to, so I said, all right, I'll make the list, but reluctant. And some people, they said, hey, listen, if you've seen them before, they know you. If they're in your context, they know you. Then you get to 20 people, because most people don't talk to more than 20 people. If you talk to more than 20 people, you're some type of teacher, you have an audience or something, on the norm, or you're a part of some type of group or category or job, career, whatever. But most people have about 6 to 7 general contacts that they talk to normally, right? So after those 6 or 7, and you hit those people up on your first day, two months later, you don't have people to talk to anymore. So now you're in a position to where you can just come to Facebook and just like I said, this is not a sales page. You're coming here to connect. So me, I'm in New York. So I'll see something that says, okay, Brooklyn Amway JT. Click on this guy. Let's see what it's about. Get to know a little bit about him. He doesn't really have much to go on, or it's because we're not friends and his stuff is not public. So I mean, you could message this person. Let's see what his about is saying. Yeah, it's more or less. Yeah, he's not real soul. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting into some stuff now. We know he likes the Amway Center. Oh, he's really like he doesn't give you much option. So I really wouldn't pick this person. I want somebody like Robert, who I got something to go on. I get to see a little bit about him. And also, guys, if they don't have a picture like this, I wouldn't do those type of people. I want somebody who's like me, who's not afraid to say, "Hey, hello, how you doing? It's Eldridge. I want to know what you know, or I want to share what I got. Whatever." And guys, also keep in mind it's a two-way street. So when you hit people up for to share with them what you got, be receptive. Expect them to hit you back with what they have, especially if you know they're in it. And hey, if he's an Amway, you say, hey man, definitely, let's find someone good for this example. Okay, let's do Asia Amway, right? Great. See, we're getting somewhere. She studied psychology at Newman University, right? She's from Pennsylvania. I'm on the East Coast as well, so we already have a couple of things in common. She's a cashier, so she's a people person. You get to know a little bit about this person. So when you message them, now you're not afraid like, oh, okay, what if they don't hit me? And guys, trust me, there are going to be some people you reach out to, they're not going to respond, or just stay on top of it. Get congruent with what you do, and then every day, because when you do this your first day, remember 10 to 12 people. That's all you want to do on Facebook. 10 to 12 people. Meet 10 to 12 people a day. When you come into Facebook, your message bar is going to be crazy. It may be 8 messages or 8 responses in there. That's another reason why you don't want to go over 10, because you don't want to come back to your Facebook and there's 45 messages to reply to, because you'll never get to it in one sitting. And what happens when you do get back to that person, even though they can read the last message, they see, wow, this was 13 days ago. God, Lord, how busy is Eldridge? Like, it took him 13 days to get back to me on a message that on a conversation that he initiated. I don't want to hear nothing. So keep it to a manageable space. And you can do other social medias. I'll share with you my Instagram training, all kind of stuff that you guys can do to just get the people that are interested in business or online business or making money from home or network marketing, whatever niche you're in. This will work if you follow the guidelines of the people that are looking for what it is you have to offer. So great, Asia Amway. Let's come down. Nice, big, bold picture. You can see she has photos of herself. She has friends. She's social. It probably won't show me much more than that, other than, pics and stuff like that. But, you kind of have enough to go on. This message, for example, I would say this. I would go, hey, Asia. Hey, Asia. Boom, boom, boom. You can do the Eldridge here again. Or switch it up. You don't want people getting the same message. You'd be like, hey, Asia. With her, I would make a joke, because I already know, even though Robert, I made a joke too, but I would get a little bit more funny with Asia, because I know she's a social person. She's a cashier at Giant Food Store LLC, and she got over 2,000 friends. So she's friendly. She's not stiff. She's not the kind of person that when she gets your message, like, who the hell is this? She's going to say, oh, and like I said, based on the message you send, you want to create engagement and people to, like, hey, Asia, I just don't feel like typing it, because I'm the worst type. I'm just going to talk it. You guys can type what you want. And I don't want you guys to copy my words, because it won't work for you. I'm telling you, no matter how good you think my words are, it won't work if it's not your personality. Unless you're like me and you have that kind of personality, like I'm all over the place, guys. As you can see, I'll start one thing and like I'm bouncy. So my message will be bouncy. I'll give Asia a bouncy message so that way when she does finally speak to me, maybe phone and maybe through text again and maybe through a Skype message or Facebook video chat, she'll be like, "Wow, this is you. Hey, nice to hear from you again." Meaning, even though she never really physically heard your voice, she's heard your energy before. So I'll just say, "Hey, Asia, couldn't help but notice that your name is Asia Amway, LOL. I know a company that's named Amway. Are you a part of those guys?" And of course, she is. But, or that's just a cheesy example, but you get my point. Or you can say, "Hey, Asia, this is Eldridge from New York. I noticed you're here on the East Coast and you studied psychology. I was interested in that back in high school. How is that career choice going for you?" Then Asia's going to go into, "Oh, I'm not no longer in psychology," or "I tried it." Trust me, she's going to spill it out. But remember, you're going to end your call to action with, "Would love to know a little bit more. This is just a short message to introduce myself. Feel free to contact me, Eldridge." Send on to the next person. And these people will contact you back because people love to be loved. When you're showing love and you're curious and you're asking questions and you want to get to know somebody genuinely, not to make a sale, do not look at her face and say, "This is a check coming my way." Even though we're in business to make money, but the initial invite is to get people in the door. Like, you think about McDonald's, right? What do they do to get you through the door? They just offer you $1 menu something, right? A double cheeseburger or a shake or a cone or something that they know the average person eats or wants. They don't even talk to you about their Big Macs or their Quarter Pounders. They don't need to. Unless they're running a special promotion for it. They know once they get you through the door, then they could expose you to the madness, The same thing, I don't mean madness, literally, I just don't like McDonald's. But, then they could expose you to whatever it is they have to offer. Same thing with your business, guys. Your job on Facebook is just to get people in the door. So this is your dollar menu. Your message is your dollar menu. You just want to get them to respond to you. Because think about the psychology of this, and I'm sure Asia would know this because she studied psychology. When you reach out to someone, it's kind of like tennis, right? You bounce the ball across the net. When they bounce it back, that old saying, "The ball is in your court," the ball is now in your court. So based on the message you send Asia, it is going to reflect if she's going to respond to you or not. When Asia bounced that ball back, great. You ask a couple of more questions. I say honestly, guys, before you introduce your business opportunity or service, unless it's free, if it's free, that's a great close. You can be like, "Hey, Asia, when Asia contacts you, do not just send your link. Please do not just send over, on the first time she say, 'Hey, Eldridge, oh, thanks for reaching out to me. Yeah, I did study psychology. I'm no longer in that profession, blah, 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 blah.'" Don't go, "Well, have you ever thought about making money on the internet? Because this is what I do, blah, 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 blah. Check out this link." No, because that's cheesy. That's kind of like, that's not genuine. You wouldn't do that on a date. You wouldn't, with a pretty girl, or if it's a girl watching this, a pretty dude, a handsome guy. You would, kind of lay back a little bit. "Hey, beautiful, my name is Eldridge." When she tells you her name, "Nice to meet you." Then you slowly, gradually say, "Hey, I think you're absolutely beautiful. I would love to hang out with you and get to know a little bit more about you. What's your number? Or what day are you free this week or next week or tomorrow or whatever, But it starts slowly. Then on that date, after you dated for a while, then you get down on that one knee and you say, "Hey, man, Asia's just amazing." Or, that person is just amazing. I'm ready to get married. You don't feel marriage on the first date, right? Or the second date or the third date. So the same thing with your business. Look at this like a date. You're just engaging and meeting. This is the meeting ground. This is not a sales page. All right. So, guys, I really don't want this video to go too long. I think you kind of get my gist. Let me just do one more example of how to reply when someone responds to you, because like I said, you will get a bunch of responses, and when it's done right, when you come here to be of service and to make a friend. When you come here to genuinely make a friend, you can meet people all day long. You won't be able to handle the amount of people that come into your world, right? You know. So let me just hold on. Let me go back. Let me show you a message to send, or the message to send once you are friends with someone, right? And you always tell them, once they send you back a message, your reply should be awesome. Um, yeah, whatever they say, you want to base your next content on what they're talking about. Do not just go off until on something else or change the topic unless it kind of like fades. Then you can re-spark and re-engage. But what I would suggest you do once they contact you back to close the second message will be, hey Asia or Robert, whatever, whoever you're talking to at the time. Great chatting with you. I see you're very social. I usually don't, no, not I usually don't meet. Just, hey, great chatting with you. It's hard to just do it, off the top of the head. It's easier when they've responded and you have something to go on. So you just say, hey, great chatting with you. Feel free to send me over a friend request. I share a lot of inspirational and motivational videos or whatever you want to tell them to get them to send you the friend request. Or, I would love to know a little bit more about you. Send me over a request so I can view the rest of your images or photos or whatever you say just to get them to send you the request. Because remember, Facebook looks at if you add more than a certain amount of friends a day or even request. I don't know the number, so I would tell you to just have them request you. Now, if you want to do 1 or 2 requests, that's fine, just to mix it up and not make it look, and I would recommend that. Mix it up a little bit so that way it's not like crazy and off the wall, right? So then what you do, when Asia or Robert friend requests you, then that's when you come over and that's when you chat with them. Once they're already a friend. Once they're a friend, then if you want to send them your link, great. I still wouldn't do it on the first shot. I would get to know a little bit more about them. Ask Asia, is she in the business, of Amway? Make the joke about her last name being Asia Amway. Be like, is that really your last name, or is that a nickname that people give you? Or, whatever. I don't. Just coming off the top of the head. Then once they're your friend, that's when you can send them the message. That's when I can come over here to Jay and say, hey Jay, blah 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 blah. And as you can see, this is my buddy here. We was actually in Mexico. We had an awesome time, man. I had fun with this guy. This is my bud. So yeah, you could just come over here and say, hey Jay, I have a quick question for you. You ever heard about this? Or if it's a free offer for you, you just trying to be a blessing to someone and offer them something. Be like, hey, Jay, or Asia, or Robert, whatever the person is. Hey, first name, I have something special here for you. I hope you find it interesting. Let me know how, or hit me back with any questions, comments, or replies. Send. But now they're your friends, so they're okay with it. So when they see a link, it's like, and if they're not interested, they will tell you. They will say, hey, Eldridge, I appreciate that. But, that's just not really where I'm at right now. I'm kind of focused on what I'm doing over here. And they still be their friend, still like their stuff, still comment on their stuff. Because then, it's not just about the sell, because you never know. That offer may have not been great for them. But in 2 years or 2 days or 2 months, you may have something that's exactly what they was looking for. So just because they don't buy from you, it doesn't mean that they're not your friends. So same concept, same thing. And a lot of things that I like to do, and I notice, once you become friends with the person, you will see all of your mutual friends. And most people that have mutual friends with you are connected to the same things. So if you're in internet marketing, network marketing, they're into internet marketing, network marketing, you both have mutual friends, the odds are they do too. So because we're not friends yet, I cannot see our mutual friends, but I will come down here and just, start to meet someone, Asia's friends. And when they see that you're a mutual friend of one of theirs, they're not so opposed to you. It's like, okay, Eldridge, he must know me somehow, or I see we have mutual friends, so it's not weirded out. You understand? So if you friend request a friend of a friend, it's not weird. But if I just came in here and just tried to hit up Jessica, like, hey Jessica, a friend request, she's like, who the hell is this guy? I don't know him from anywhere. He's not related to me in any way, and literally, and family wise, he's not related to me in no way. So it's kind of going to be a little weird. So guys, just keep that in mind. I'm going to end the video here. If you do have any questions, you guys already know. If you're getting this training, you're on my team somehow, some way, you can just text me with any questions you might have about the training. But do it first. Go through the trial and error. Don't just, try to get every question answered before you do it. Because one thing I learned, experience is the best teacher. So guys, this video is going a little long. It's coming up on 40 minutes. I'm going to end it here. I hope this training has been phenomenal for you and it gave you some great insight on how to use Facebook as a free strategy. Even though we know nothing is free, this will take your time. This is going to take time, and you have to be consistent. You have to stay on top of it. If you're going to do this strategy, you got to come back here every day and check these messages. Because if you let people lapse 2, 3, 4, 5 days, when you finally do get back, and not saying you got to be like a secretary on everyone that comes through, no. But if you hit up 10 people today, before you go to bed, what I would do is I would check, And for me personally, guys, I'm going to just be honest. These strategies here take up time. I like to, like I said, it comes down to time or money. I like to have free time on my hands. I like to be able to do things like, trainings and things like that and build pages and code stuff. I don't really want to sit there all day and, make friends on Facebook, which I don't mind. If that's my only means, I will, because when you're determined to make something happen and this is going to work for me, I am never going to give up on my dreams. My business is going to be a 6-figure per month business regardless. When you have that in you, I'm telling you, nothing will stop you. The lack of funds, the lack of education, the lack of people believing in you, it won't matter. It won't matter. And trust me, those people who didn't believe in you, when they start to see you doing things like taking vacations with your buds and, going to Mexico and Bahamas and flying your family all of those places, they're going to want to know what you're doing. Just curiosity, even if they just going to want to know the hate. And if it feels good to smirk, I told you so. You don't have to say that. You just say, hey, hey, whatever. Right? So guys, that's just my little rant for that topic. And I really hope this Facebook training has been of great help to you. Use it. Go through it. Do not be afraid to put yourself out there and just meet people, especially someone like this who's incredibly social, who smiles. You see they smile in the bulk of their pictures. You already know that they're in a network marketing company or know of a network marketing company. And you know a little bit about them. You know that she lives in Aston, Pennsylvania. She's from Harrisburg. That's enough. You don't need to know her blood type and how many kids she have yet. You can find that out once they're over here in this section and they're friends of yours. And I recommend that. Get to know them a little bit. Know what they really are about, because Facebook, everybody got their A game on and put their best foot forward. So. But guys, Eldridge Brown once again with your final Facebook train, or your first Facebook training. There's another module, but I got to keep that reserved for, another day, another time. Do this. Don't want to confuse you. Don't want to cram too much in. In the next module, I will go into some of the paid stuff and how you can use Facebook with paid ads. I don't want to do that here because that's a little bit confusing, especially if you're new to Facebook or, this is your first crack at Facebook. Stay focused with this. You'll be fine. Eldridge Brown once again, signing off. Peace. See you guys in the next video.